Awesome. Now it's time for us to get some independent practice with T and R. I'm going to go from Winn-Dixie because of Winn-Dixie, and I'm going to scroll down to page number 16. Okay, we'll come back to these questions to review some of them later. But advisors, give scholars, let's say, 5 seconds to go to Frank Pearl in the awful waffle kerfuffle, and I'll see you back here after that. Awesome. And I want you to write the genre on your page. Is this poetry? Is this nonfiction? Is this fiction? And then make 5 sections. And I want you to preview. As readers, we're thinking, how am I going to, first, is this a fiction? Is this nonfiction? Okay, but how am I going to chunk? I'm looking at the paragraphs. Okay, most are short. A couple long. How am I going to chunk this? Always, let's chunk between 4 and 5 paragraphs. That way we're progressing through the text. Okay, so how do you want to chunk this? Okay, I'm skimming. And so advisors, give scholars maybe 60 seconds to skim on their own, to write the genre and to label the chunks. In 3, 2, 1, go. And here's an example of what Mr. Reed did. 1 through 10, 11 through 16, 17 through 22, 23 through 28, and 29 through 37. And it's perfectly fine if yours doesn't look like mine. When it comes time to take the STAR test, every single person's is going to look different. The point is we're not reading the whole passage just as one. We're practicing breaking it down in your way, how you feel comfortable. Okay? Now that we previewed the text, we've identified the genre as fiction. Now, let's go ahead and take the next 10 minutes independently to read how we chunked it out. And then after we read each chunk, let's write a gist. And if you finish early independently, practice writing a quick summary of the passage. All right, this is practice. It's okay if you feel a little anxiety coming up. That's what happens when we practice new skills alone. But the more you practice it, the more comfortable you be. And so when it comes time to take the test, you won't be in there as a beginner. You'll be in there as a champion, right? Because you've had experience with this. So let's go ahead and continue practicing.